Assalamu alaikum girls. In today's task, I'm gonna tell you that how we can create the tables, how we can set the data types and enter records in database. And for creating the database, we are going to use the software that is Microsoft Access. It's one of the part of your Microsoft Office. So when you have to open it, just write down ACC and the Access, Microsoft Access will appear in front of you. So first of all, we have to click on the blank database. Just click once only. Once you will click, it will ask you what name you want to give to your database. So my database name is cars info. Once I have given the name to the database, I will click on the create button. This is the database now has been created, and by default you can see one table over here. Now let's go back to your task. The task is you have to create the new database with the following record structure. So they have given you certain fields along with the field type. So first of all, we need to design the table according to the fields and the data type given over here, and then we will go to insert the records in the database. So let's create a table. You can create that table. This table is right. This table is in a datasheet view, but when you have to design your table, you have to go to the design view of your table. So you can see this view tab, and you will click on this arrow. You will find the datasheet view and design view. Datasheet view is this view in which you will insert all the record. But once we have to add all the fields along with their data type, we have to design the table. So either you can select the design view from here, or you can right click on the table and you can take the option of design view. When you will take the option of design view, they will ask you what table name you want to give to your table. So my table name is cars. Click on OK. Now this is the design view of your table. This column is to be used to enter all the field names, and this is to set all the data types for your particular field. If you need to, for your own knowledge, if you want to write down some description that why you have defined this field, you can write your notes over here, but it's quietly optional. Then for each field, you will find a window below that is called the field properties. It's all the properties that are associated with certain fields. So you can see whenever you will click on the new table, you will find this field automatically appearing. But we don't need this field. We have our own set of fields. So I can either delete that field or I can rename that field. So let's go to our data a document. Okay, this first field that I have to create in a design view is code, and the data type for this is numeric and or integer. So I'll go over here. Instead of this id, I will write down code, and I can change the data type. When you will click on this arrow, all the data type will come in front of you, and I have to choose number for that. Be sure that the property is set to be long integer over here. When you will click on the field size, you will find the different kind of field size related to the number field, as they mention in the document that the data type should be number and it should be integer, so we need to select the integer from here. All right, single and double we will use when we have to define some kind of decimal point numbers. Now in this task, they have to, in for this particular field, they told us that this will be the unique for each record. Anything that is unique in the database, that unique thing is called your primary key. So we need to make this field code as a primary key. You can see that the primary key is already appearing over here. Why? Because I'm using the same field, the id field that was already been there in the table when I opened the table. But if you want to create your own primary key for the particular table, you will Just you need to right click over here and you can find the option of primary key. When you will click on this option, a key will appear along with your code, along with your field name, and that will be logged for the primary key. Let's move to the next one. Then we have model and the data type is text for that. Model and set the data type short text. Then we have connection, that is also text, type also text, and RPM also text. So connection, text, what else we do have? Type, text, RPM, it's also text, and interface also text. This is also text. Next one is GB underscore S, that is a numeric and it should be one decimal place. So GB underscore S, and the data type I will set for that is number, and then I will come to the field size, and as it is one decimal place only, I will choose the single decimal place, and I need to set the decimal places also from this field property. It should be up to one decimal place. All right. The next field is capacity, and this is numeric and integer. Capacity, and it should be number, and the field size we will check, it's already set on by default on long integer. Next is your price and stock item. It's better if you can just minimize your window and open both of them together so you can easily see them. Okay, then price is size is one decimal place numeric, and the price is currency up to two decimal place. So size is number again. Choose single from here and up to one decimal place. Then we have price. Price is currency, and that is set to up to two decimal places. All right, what else do we have? Yeah, then we have a stock item. It should be Boolean. We know that for the Boolean, we always have yes or no data type over here. So that is stock, and the data type for the stock is Boolean, that is yes or no. Right. So we defined all of our fields along with their data type. For the Boolean, they're saying that it should be displayed as yes or no or a checkbox. So when you will click on the data type of Boolean, yes or no, and you will come to this format for yes or no, you can, when you will click on the format, you can find the different option, yes or no, on and off, true and false. So you can select yes or no, and then for the lookup, you can go and you can see that it's appearing a checkbox over here. In the question, they're saying if it's appearing as a checkbox, it's fine. If you want to show it as a text, you can choose the text box over here. Then you will find the yes or no in your database when you will start entering the records. All right. Now, the next step, you have to go through each and every check. And once you are done with each and every check, it's a good approach if you will mark tick over here. So be sure that I'm done with all the points one by one. Okay, a currency will be displayed in euros with two decimal places. All right. So the currency we need to set the format for the currency is euro. So we will click on here and we will select euros from here. All right, and already we have set our primary key. So we are done with the table designing. Save the screenshot showing the field names and data type used, and place a copy of the screenshot into your evidence document. So And remember, they will always provide you a evidence document in which you will take the screenshot of all of your practical work, and you will paste that screenshot according to the evidence number. So I can use a snipping tool for taking the screenshot. Here they're asking you to take the screenshot of all your table designing the field along with the data types. So I will take the screenshot of this much. There is no description given, so no need for the description to take the whole screenshot for that. That's enough. This is my screenshot. Or if I have that evidence folder with me, I will just open that evidence folder, and you will find along, for example, if it's written over there, evidence 1, and this is your evidence 1, you will go there and simply you will paste your image. All right. In this way, you have to organize all of your evidence wherever they are asking you to take the screenshot and to paste it into the evidence folder. Right. Now we are done with all these steps. So next step is to enter the record. So what I will do, I will just cross this table. Don't cross the whole database from there. You just need to cross the table from here. Okay. When you will cross the table, it will ask you, do you want to save the changes to the design of the table? Yes, I want to save the changes. Now my table is ready to enter the records, and I need to enter all these records in my table. All right. I will show you by entering one record that how we can insert the record, and the rest of the records you can do it by your own. This task I have already posted on Teams. You can find it, just open the task and you can practice it into database exactly the way that I am showing you here. So once we are on at the point where we need to enter the records, we can double click on the table, and the table will be open in a datasheet view. This is the view where I'm supposed to enter all my records. So the first records that I need to enter is 973062 Samsung. 97302, model is Samsung. All right. Then connection is internal SSD. Type is SSD. Be sure about the caps letter or how they have mentioned it. It's capital, so you will write that. Not available. SATA N N/A. Interface is SATA. GBS is 6, and capacity is 256. 6 and capacity is 256. What about the size? Size is 2.5 and price is 389.99. Size is 2.5. You can see that as I put that field property to one decimal place, so I'm allowed to enter the one decimal place, and the format is also the decimal. The price is 399.99, and you can see that automatically euro sign is appearing there. Stock, yes. What is the stock? Is it available or not? Stock item is yes for this, so I can write down here yes, and that's it. So I have entered first record of this table. Then I will move to the next record, and once I will finish the second record, I can move to the third one by one. Always remember, you cannot leave the primary key field empty. If you will uh, leave it, or you forgot to enter something over here, you finish the whole other records and you are trying to move to the next record, you will not be able. Computer will generate a error message that you are trying to leave the primary key field empty. So be sure that primary key field is not empty. And another thing, primary key, when you introduce one field as a primary key and you are trying to enter, sometimes by mistake we have entered a same value in that particular field, the computer will not accept it. So for example, I will show you over here 97. I'm going to enter the same primary key by mistake for the other code also. Look, now you are saying over here that you they would create the duplicate values in the index or primary key or relationship. Computer will inform you at the moment that you are trying to duplicate the value, because primary key means that it is a unique value, we cannot repeat that value. All right, so even I have written everything over here. I'm trying to enter to the next field, leaving the primary key field empty. I'm getting an error message from Microsoft Access that you must enter a value in the card code field. So I cannot leave that field empty. All right. So these are the few things that are associated with the primary key. In this way, the primary key can help us to maintain or organize the data in the database in a very organized manner. The searching is very easy with the help of primary key, and there are a lot of other benefits that you will see once we will move to the next topics of the database. Until then, you have to practice this task in database. Be sure that everything is clear to you, people. If you have any concern, you can contact me. I will see you inshallah in the next lesson with another uh, new topic. uh, there is another extension activity is given in the same document. If you are done and you are confident with the steps that I did it for you over here, you can go for the extension activity. Look at the field names, design your table with these field names, set the data type according to the field names. What do you think that what kind of data type you can set for the student code, for name, date of birth? And then go to the date sheet view of your table and enter all these record. All right, I will see you in the next lesson. Until then, take good care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.